Hey, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. I am Gamion. I am your developer for this stream, AAA developer of 7 years and a hobbyist developer of about 40 years. I'm working on an online multiplayer soccer brawler called Field of Heroes that I hope to release early next year. Still quite a lot of work to do, though. My co-host Mega Kitty is wandering the house right now, so hopefully she'll come in later, but otherwise, just no sign of her yet. This evening, not too much is planned. We just had two big play tests, one of them with 4 players, one with 9 players, and I got lots of stuff in my backlog to clean up before another play test. So this is kind of a down period almost right now, where I'm just catching up with all the feedback, fixing all the high impact bugs, weighing gameplay balance decisions, whether I should assign more health or less health to certain heroes, and so on. But this evening, I'm just going to try to crank out some bug fixes, and let me pull that list up. Actually, see if I can get that real quick from 2 play tests ago. Actually, let's see if I can bring that up. Let's have a whole folder just for play tests, and yeah, here we go. So this is the list I've got. Trying to go through. The current one has to do with the bots kind of glitching around a bit, looking in all different directions and such, and I think I have a smoking gun that may explain what's going on. Yeah, the wizard spinning ridiculously is an issue. I want to fix that. After that, I want to try and add a feature where nearby teammates will appear, will have their avatar appear on the sides of the screen where they're at. So if you're in trouble, you need to make a quick pass, then you will see them, and then you will try to hopefully pass to them. So with that, let's go ahead and get started on that bug fix. I'm going to start by trying to repro one of the issues I think that is the smoking gun of the bug. So we're going to do parent and then print string. Looks valid. Oh, got Mega Kitty sighting. She's behind my chair, but she's too shy to come on camera so far. Actually, want to print text here. Oh, that's a format. Okay, we're going to be in client mode. There we go. That is the smoking gun I was looking for. So this all happened really fast, but I'll explain what happened. Every hero in the match has what is called a locus. A locus is a point of interest that they're running toward, or they're attacking, or something else. And they seem to not be matching between the client and the server. And I'm trying to understand why that's the case. So let's dig deeper into this. Alright, let's see if we got here. It's never replicating down. So weird. Yeah, set replicate by default is true, so that's good. And none of these are replicating. What am I missing? I gotta make sure that locus is being set on the server. Usually it's to an actor such as the ball. And once Visual Studio ever responds again, I have to just kill it. Which would be a shame, because I already put some work into this. Alright, finally came together. And it's frozen up again. Alright, let's try that again. Now where is... Okay, tick node, update AI locus. Okay, so that's set. So we should have gotten this replicated value. It should have been replicated down to us. Wait a minute, I bet I might know why that's happening. Maybe it's because I'm not using fast replication. I wonder if that's what's going on. Maybe I'm not using push base. Maybe that's the whole problem here. If so, that is a big deal. Let's see. Okay, I've got the server. What if I did this? Oh, that's what happened. Okay. All right, let me roll this back. I think I know the problem. Why the values aren't getting to the clients. Okay, so you do want to do server RPC. Okay, we'll do... I'm gonna let this happen on the server too. Is locally controlled. Clean this a bit. Alright, let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, I think that did it. That explains a lot. That is great. Okay, now we're going to make this even better. Now we're going to bring in the, well, first we're going to commit this. Make sure we have a good code change. Okay. Fixed bug where server-owned heroes were not replicating their locust info. But now we're going to make this even better because we're going to make it faster. So we'll go back here. Gonna add some push model stuff here. This will speed up the game a little bit. A little optimization there. Dirty. Okay. That should make it work even faster. I think this is the only place where we change this. Yeah, here we go. Actor. Okay, that should work too. Locus component has valid locus. Alright, let's see if this works. Yeah, I think it is. Now let's review this real quick, make sure it's significantly valid to put in. Yes. So with this change, now the replication happens even faster. Now, and it will also reduce CPU usage. Lucas, all right. And make sure I got all these places. And check all 3 of them. Okay, I think it's a winner. So now let's get this mid source control. The locus component now uses, what's the name for it? Push model, push based. Replication for speed and efficiency. So let's let me hop in a, let's see, I'm going to undo my changes. We're going to hop in a quick match as a client and see how it looks. And then when that works, I'm going to go on to the next thing I want to fix. Okay, so now I can go in here and say, let me go to the match. All right, spinning ridiculously. I'm pretty sure this is fixed now. Same as this bug. So let's verify that. Pretty sure it's fixed though. Let's verify that. Now we're just loading all the heroes, their animations, and some of the VFX. There we go. Let's get some music going on here. Ah. I hate when the game does that. I gotta restart. Yeah, I'm in this weird mode, and I have no control over it. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, it's got to load all these. There we go. Get him off me. really want to get a match with the wizard in it, so let's try again. Drat. Wizard's not spawning. Usually the wizard's the one that reveals the most problems. But so far it's looking good. Let's try for that wizard one more time. The two heroes where the problem really manifested were the wizard and the other centaur. The one that the computer plays, not me. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Okay, that's good. He's not doing the crazy turning everywhere all at once like he used to. Oh, smart. Oops. Yep, I think that's fixed. And on that note, there was another thing I wanted to fix that just came to my mind. I want to fix the log to have a smaller duration. So let's bring that log up. What's the lifespan on this? 6? Now we gotta take that down a bit. To destroy the log. Okay. So we're going to shorten the log lifespan by a full second, I think. This is going to be a very easy fix. So we're going to bring in the centaur, do a local test, watch the log. Yeah, it seems it's there too long. We need to fix it. Let's take it down by a full second. See how that looks. Feels better, that's for sure. What if we take it down another half second? Alright, that feels even better. Let's try that again. All flat surface this time. Oops. Right about here. Now let's do 4. Yeah, that definitely feels better to me. So I'm going from 6 seconds to 4 seconds on the log lifetime. Great. So we're gonna put that upstream. And then we'll do, let's see, timber log. Reduced timber log, let's say Ulrich. Lifespan from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. I think it feels better. I don't like how it's just kind of lingering there, and then people trip over it, and that's not what it was meant for. It was meant to be to crush people and roll. So that's good. So back to the game. We're going to look at POIs next, but let me mark that bug as fixed. So I'm going to pull out my bug list here. Oh yeah, I think I fixed this too. So these are both fixed. This is done, and that is done. Yeah, I can't believe I got all this far, and I didn't even think to play a sound when an ability is fully charged. I can't believe I forgot all about that. When I was adding the abilities to the game, I had it in mind, and I just forgot. Think of Overwatch. When your ability's full charged up, you hear that sound, that kind of the ping that represents that your ability's charged. Well, I want to do that too. And probably start with the same sound for all of them, and then see if I need to change that. Now then, one of the requests I had was to make it so if there's a teammate near you, then show their avatar on the side like the soccer ball. So the Prowler just ran off the screen. He's over here right now, and I want to be able to see Prowler's head, how you see the ball. I want to have his head appear like that too, but I want it to also fade out once he's a certain distance away. So that way, if you've got the ball and you can't shoot your eyes all the way up to the radar to see where everyone is, you just want to know who's near me, then it will show on the side of the screen, where your teammates are. And then you see, I'm going to run in that direction. So that's what I want to work on next. First, I want to make sure I don't have any other changes in flight. Good. Actually, that has a change in flight, but we want to keep it in flight. That's because they're not related. So let's look at the hero POIs. Let me think for a sec. I don't remember how I set that up, where I set that up on the heroes. Nameplate, display settings. Here we go. Oh, I don't think I ever set it up. Let me take a look at something else. Ball pinger, no. Where is the component to show where the ball is on this match? Oh, I must have added it dynamically. Let me take a look. Oh, I did. Okay, so what are we adding here? Match hero pawn component. Here you go, POI hero, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, boy, this is going to be a bit of work. But the POI for the soccer ball has a ball nav, which is what we want to add to the hero. Don't want this. Let's make a new widget. Call it Hero Nav. And then we're going to add field, I think it was. No, navigation. Let's give that same dimensions. Same Z order. If I can move this up, no. And then, oh wait, that's the radar. Didn't want to change those values. Hero nav. Okay. Now if this works, then we're going to see like a ball nav for every hero in the match. Yeah. There we go. Everyone gets one. So we're going to replace that ball with the hero avatar. And we do that in, not here, but, yes, I know. This hasn't been saved yet. We do that, in here. So how do we get the avatar? How do we replace, we're going to replace that ball with the avatar. Go to the image of the ball. Oh, we're going to, do we have a solid? I want a version of this that I don't want to fill. We'll leave it that way for now. But I want to put the hero avatar in there. So in fact, let's put this back. Repurpose this. High component, get owner. Cast to hero character. Actually, we're going to repurpose this, actually. We're going to get hero character. And then we'll return the hero. We don't want to bind any events, so we can get rid of this. Oh, but we do want to set the avatar up. Actually, no, that depends on the team they're on. There are different avatars for different teams. Do update nav avatar. Also, the animation, don't need any pulsing here, so no animations. So there's a helpful utility function for this. I wonder if I should make one for getting the avatar for the hero. Okay, so, but first, let's see how this looks. Not too good. Okay. So what do we do next? So that's the color. And then do this. And I forgot, let's go DA. Alright, get hero definition. And get hero character. Get abilities. Where's the team avatars? Here we go. hero character. So first I want to get the character. Then I want to get their team ID. And once we have that, team ID, we can get the proper hero avatar. You know what? Let's make sure the hero definition is valid first. No. And then we'll do let me find the correct 18 avatar for the character. Okay, and then we set it up. So let's get the image. Set brush and soft texture. Okay, let's see how that looks. Alright, we're getting somewhere. What a mess. They're kind of big too. So we only want to show these when they're on the same team. So how do we do that? Actually, we don't even need to do that. Owning player. Has to match. Oh, get player state. Okay, so a little bit of cleanup here. Get team ID. Equals. Let's make sure that we, let's see, actually I put the comments in here. We want to make sure this replicates down. Wait until the local player state has replicated down. And it's a networking thing. And then after that, we compare that team to the hero character team. If they're equal, then do this stuff. But if they're not equal, then it means that they're on the other team, then we don't want to ever see those. So what we'll do in that case is we're going to take the topmost element, canvas panel, overlay ball nav. Set visibility, hidden. There. That way we should only see our own team show up. Okay, there we go. Starting to come together a bit. Let's reduce the icon size. We're going to add some padding. A lot of padding, actually. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, we're getting there. I don't know, the size doesn't look terrible. Let me full screen that. Okay. I just wonder if I'll make the arrow bigger. Image pointer. And we're going to keep that original size. I don't know. I'll leave it like this for a little bit. I want to work on making them fade as they get farther away. So, how do we determine that? Yeah, let's tick. We're going to do a timer instead. So here, let's do a little cleanup here. Is character on same team? Alright. Cast image player state. Alright, that's a little cleaner. Return true. The owning player state team ID. Team match is the same as the hero character. There, it's a little cleaner than we had before. We do have to do this wait still. That's utility function. Set up the POI color and avatar. Hide enemy POIs. And then start a timer. Update avatar, update opacity. We're going to loop it. We're going to do 10 times a frame. Alright, and then get hero character, get owning pawn. Oh, just do it. We can just do a function. Let's convert to a function. And then create event. Update POI opacity, or make that an event. Player pawn is valid. Actually, let's make locals. Local player pawn. Let's make them actors, doesn't matter. Okay, so now we know that both me and the POI are valid. Now let's figure out a distance to use for opacity's sake. We're going to do local distance. It won't be that far. Alright, so we'll have a new variable for max distance from owner. I'm going to give it a very, let's say 1,000. And then we'll do local distance. Also want to do min distance from owner. Make that 500. Clamp float. I wonder if this will work. If I did this math right or not. It's already been a full day working AAA, and now I'm just working on my project. Got a little steam left though. Alright, so this will be our opacity. And then what do we do here? Now we set render opacity. I'll be surprised if this works the first time, but you never know. Check. So if this works, we should notice the avatars fade as they get farther. Or not. What kind of distances are we looking at here? Okay. Distance to... Oh, I did it in reverse. That's why. Oops. Should have been 1 minus the whole thing. So we probably won't even see him anymore, but let's see. Yeah, I saw it for a second. We're going to bump up both the min and the max distance. Let's say the minimum would be 1,000. And the max will be 2,000. Oh, let's say 2,000. That's about a fifth of the way across the field. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it's getting better. But it's still too... We need a... Let's do 3,000. Make the mid distance be 1,500. Okay, now we're going to tone that back. Wait a minute, does this mean they're close? Oh, wow. It does kind of mean they're close by. Well, I still want to make them a little less. We're going to make the min distance 1,200. Max distance be 2,500. See how that feels. That's better. So he's like right there, and he's almost full opacity, but then he starts kind of drifting a bit. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. But I also think if I'm on the other side of the field, well, Hmm. You know what? He didn't even appear that time. Yeah, we're going to increase the min distance. I kind of want to make the whole thing smaller. Maybe not. It's just... Yeah, with a lot on the screen... No, this catches the corner of your eye better in your peripheral vision. I don't know. There's just a lot on the screen. That's what kind of bothers me. I gotta think on this one. Yeah, they... I almost think using the world distance is wrong, and I should be using a screen distance. Yeah, the world distance... Let's see. It's not bad, but I think a screen distance would be better. Also, I forgot the mechanism that defines the actual screen location of the POI. Oh, was it this? No. Darn, I forgot where that happens from. Ah, here it is. We can do distance from the center of the screen, I think. I'm going to try this. player. And then location to screen. Oh. Oh, well, just as soon as Visual Studio responds again. So we get the world location. That's going to be this. And is it viewport relative? Yes. We're going to start moving things down here and see if we can get a better result. Ah. Then we do screen to viewport. What if I just did, I'm just curious. I want to get a beat for what this value is. Okay, it's from thousands. Now we're going to need to get scale viewport size. I want to get the center of the viewport. I think that's all I needed. Alright, what kind of value does this give me? Some of them are quite big. Okay, so what's our scale viewport size? Okay, it's 5 by 2. And give this a chance. We're gonna try setting the opacity here and see what we get. Length divided by 100. I'm just curious. I'm going to throw this at the wall and see if it sticks or not. I want to see what happens. Okay, maybe I'm not using big enough value. Oh, gotta clamp it. Alright, 5 by 1,000. This is UVor coordinates, by the way, so I think it'll work better, but we'll see. Nope. Oh, right, I gotta do the 1 minus trick again, that's right. So this will probably make him never appear. So we're going to do just divide by 10. Okay. All right, let's do this. What kind of numbers are we getting here? Wait a minute, these are only teammates. Why am I getting so many of these? Project to world screen. Yeah, I know what I can do. Hey, cool. Wait a minute, why are those so... Oh, I know why. They're still showing up. $72, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So he's about... So we'll say minimum is 2,000. And maximum will be, no, minimum 1,500. Maximum will be 3,000. Oh, but now that's 6,000. That can't be right. Maybe the world way to do it is better. I really thought Scream would be better, though. This is definitely trickier than I thought. I might have to punt on this one for a little bit. But let me play with it a little more first. Okay, so he's 6,000. Yeah, still 2,000. Like that. I'm gonna go back to the world, to the other way of doing it. Oh yeah, let's get rid of that text. We're done with that. In fact, I think I'm gonna punt on this whole. Let's do. I'm gonna take all this out. I'm just gonna stick with the world for now. Yeah, I see them? Okay, I do see them there. Maybe I just need to change the opacity based on the individual components instead of putting them together. So let's take... So that looks good, but if I move this way... If I move up... Well, I guess it's still okay. What if I give less weight to the... Yeah, so I'll make the up and down way less than the left and right distance. What if I, in fact... Okay, I'm just curious. What if I changed it so that I just use the X location? Nah. Second thought, no. So let's talk about the avatars themselves. Yeah, obviously they don't shape well with the arrow, because the avatars are kind of more square, whereas the pointer is spherical. So they don't really work well together. So how can I reconcile that? Alright, good example. So, what can I do about this? What if I made that smaller, the background smaller? The pointer. How do I make this smaller? Probably just added some padding to it. Yeah. Nah, that looks worse. It also looks off-center. Alright, let's revert that change. Maybe I just need to move it up a little bit. So let's take the top padding, move it 20. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just had to move it up. So they actually we have to, let's see, make this 30, 70. Oh, I can already tell it's not going to look quite right. Let's do 40. Oops. Okay, a little more to the right, and then we're going to put it behind the arrow and see what that looks like. Alright, so that's a bit more to the right, and then we're going to switch the places. Alright, see how that looks. Other than the appendages kind of sticking out from behind, it looks pretty good. I wonder how I can dress that. I need to do like half. Oh, I can do half of the arrow behind it and the other half ahead of it. So this pointer here. Can I get half of it? I wonder if it's even possible. Only have arrow. Okay, why don't I get half of this? I did this before and I forgot how. It's gonna get expensive, I think. A is greater than B, 0. A is less than B is 1. I'm just curious. What if I did... there you go. And we'll do one for the bottom. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud here. I want to see. I wonder if this is actually going to work. All right, now back to this. Oh, no, one of the bottom ones be... this one needs to go on top. I don't think it's going to work, but because of, I think the code requires, yeah, the pointer, yeah, it's an image. All right, I'm going to hack it. I'm just going to see how it looks. Player 1. I think that can work. Well, I can still kind of tell it's a bit Let me do that again. So ignore the arrow pointing for a second. No. I don't want the ball. Go away. Oh, did that wrong. Okay, so doing the top and bottom halves. Now, still doesn't look quite right. Nah, that wouldn't work. So for those of you joining late, I am working on making it so teammates who are just off the screen will have a nav indicator, kind of like the ball does. I'm just thinking about how to make it look good and how visible they should be. Yeah, he's pretty far away, and he's... Okay, there he goes. Okay, you see that they're over there. So, I'm going to undo that stuff. Also, it would seem my stream avatars disappeared just now. There we go. Yeah, so that's back to... Alright, so there's that. That's on top of the circle. Yeah, also, it's pretty far away for even though they're starting to show on the screen. Yeah, he's pretty far. He's testing the distances again. Alright, well, still think it's in a good spot. Better than the spot than it was earlier. Okay, but I want to make this configurable as well. I think this is going to be a good feature if I make it a little more polished. But I want to make it a feature that you can turn on and off. And I'm trying to remember how I did that. Game setting registry. Okay. Show ball tracker. New option for show. Off screen. Teammates. Okay, so that's good. And we're going to call this get set. So how do we do it for ball trackers? Where'd my cursor go? Default that to true. Okay. Is there anything else I need to do for that? Okay. Save that and then relaunch. Sadly, no sign of Mega Kitty. She's probably sleeping in another room, actually. Because she's not in this room. Also want to make sure I got something on my bug tracker as well. Oh, yeah, already got it. Let me get that a high priority. Alright, what else do I got on my bug list while I'm looking? Hey, Air Force Game Player, welcome. It's another unplanned stream. Alright, so now, if I go in the options, I should see a new option for that, but it's not hooked in yet to actually do anything yet. Okay, there's your settings screen, gameplay. Show, oh, I named it wrong. That should be called Show Off-Screen Teammates. Alright, back to the bug list while I'm waiting for that to compile again. Yep, so we got some feedback here I need to get to. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's try it again. And there we go, show off-screen teammates. Arrows near the edge of the screen, pointing direction of nearby teammates. Yep. Yep, we gotta listen for settings changes now. POI Hero Nav. Remove both of these. Listen for settings changes. So I'll bring this down a bit. Share settings, bind event. And what do I call it here? Handle game settings changed. Okay, just need to add a update visibility function. Okay, so let's see if this will respect the setting. Okay, so we see them now. So what if I go into the settings menu and just hide it? And they're gone. Terrific. Now let's bring them back. And there they are. Okay. Alright, I'm going to test this one more time. So, alright, he's there. Yeah, he's actually on the screen. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to treat this as separate components. Oh yeah, that's not, doesn't look too good. Let me take a hard look at that. Move it more to the left. Yeah, let's move that more to the left. All right, back to this. My location. We're going to make the Y value way more than the other. Let's see if that gives us a better opacity setup. Alright, so as he's down there, good. Multiply it by 2. Okay. Not seeing an effect. Let's give it a big boost. Yeah, it's gotta be screen distance. And I know it didn't work last time, but it's got to be screen distance. So I'm going to probably keep this put. And look at the time here. Okay, it's been about 2 hours. I think I'm probably going to start hanging it up here. So during the stream, I was able to get a couple of bugs fixed and a good progress on this one. I think it's going to be a great feature. Let's see what other developers are online right now, and we can hop off to see one of them. Looks like Hypnotic Games is still streaming. Let's go ahead and give him a visit. So again, thanks everyone for coming by. Again, it was an unplanned and just sort of a casual stream tonight, just knocking out a few things that weren't too bad. And I will see you all next stream, possibly Monday.